The streets of Los Angeles whispered tales of crime and passion, but none were as chilling as the story of Stephanie Lazarus. A seemingly dedicated LAPD detective, she harbored a dark secret, an obsession that would lead to a horrifying crime. Lazarus was drawn to John Ruetten, a man who would become her fixation. Their paths had crossed, but Ruetten had moved on, unaware of the depth of Lazarus's feelings. When Ruetten married Sherri Rasmussen, a beautiful and vibrant young woman, Lazarus's obsession spiraled. Jealousy consumed her, twisting her thoughts into a dangerous game. She saw Rasmussen as an obstacle, a rival who had stolen the man she craved. The lines between right and wrong blurred, and a sinister plan began to form in Lazarus's mind. February 24, 1986, dawned like any other day in sunny Los Angeles. But for Sherri Rasmussen, it would be her last. As she arrived home, she walked into a nightmare. Lazarus, fueled by her twisted obsession, attacked Rasmussen. The struggle was brutal, leaving Rasmussen battered and bruised. In the end, Lazarus shot Rasmussen 3 times, silencing the woman who stood between her and Ruetten. To cover her tracks, Lazarus staged the scene to look like a botched burglary. She knew the LAPD's procedures, how to manipulate evidence, how to cast doubt. Her fellow officers, unaware of their colleague's sinister role, investigated the crime. They followed the trail of a possible robbery, never suspecting the truth lay closer to home. Lazarus, a wolf in sheep's clothing, watched as her colleagues searched for a phantom killer. As days turned into months, then years, the investigation into Rasmussen's murder stalled. The leads grew cold and the case faded from public memory. But for Rasmussen's family, the pain remained fresh, the need for justice a constant ache. They suspected Lazarus, sensing her jealousy and knowing of her past with Ruetten. But without concrete evidence, their pleas fell on deaf ears. Years turned into decades. The world moved on, but the shadow of the unsolved murder lingered. Lazarus continued her career with the LAPD, rising through the ranks. She lived a double life, a respected officer harboring a dark secret. The irony was cruel, a constant reminder of her heinous act. 23 years after Rasmussen's murder, a technological breakthrough offered new hope. Advances in DNA analysis allowed investigators to re-examine old evidence. A bite mark on Rasmussen's arm, overlooked for years, held the key. The DNA matched Stephanie Lazarus, the LAPD detective who had worked the case all those years ago. The news of Lazarus's arrest sent shockwaves through the LAPD. One of their own, a detective sworn to uphold the law, was a cold-blooded killer. The betrayal was profound, shaking the department to its core. Lazarus's trial was a media sensation. The prosecution presented a compelling case, detailing her obsession, her lies, and the damning DNA evidence. The jury found her guilty of first-degree murder, a verdict met with a mix of relief and disbelief. Stephanie Lazarus is sentenced to 27 years to life in the state penitentiary. Obsession, hidden behind a badge of trust, can lead even the least likely person to commit murder. In the shadows of a seemingly innocent life, darkness lurks. But what's done in secret always finds its way into the light. No matter how long it takes, justice always has a way of catching up. Unbelievable true crime stories that will leave you shocked and intrigued. This is just the beginning. For more jaw-dropping cases of mystery, betrayal, and chilling twists, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Stay tuned to Lethal Ladies True Crime for more stories that expose the most lethal ladies hiding in plain sight.